Hey guys, this is Rod Young. I'm coming back to you about this van trip that I took. One man, one van, 28 days in a van, touring the Southwest United States. And if you like these videos, please like and subscribe, button down below. The last time I left you, I was actually in Moab, Utah. I visited this diner called the Sunset Grill. I was actually going to Arches National Park. I went to the park, found a campsite, then left the park to try to get some provisions, and then I ended up accidentally at this place called the Sunset Grill, which was up on a hill. And I talked about all of that in my last video, so please take a look at that. So I'm leaving the Sunset Grill after having a wonderful conversation there, driving back down the hill, and I decided to head back to Arches. Now, this was pretty much the middle of the day, so I had plenty of time to enjoy Arches, the national park. So I got there, went through the visitor center, and drove through the Park Avenue, which is the road that takes you up to the Arches National Park. You're actually in a valley at the visitor center, and then when you pass the visitor center, you have to actually go up these series of inclines that get you literally at the top of a mountain, and that is the park. That is Arches National Park. So it starts at the Park Avenue, and of course I'm driving through these U-shaped turns, and going through and just admiring the roads and how they got this road to go so high up so fast. But got there, and then I actually stopped at the little viewpoint called the Lasalle Viewpoint. And these are the mountains that are in the horizon. They're called the Lasalle Mountains. And this viewpoint actually allows you to see these mountains very clearly. In addition to the mountains, there were other places that you could see. There are rock formations all over the Arches National Park, and they've got names. They're very clearly named. There's one that's called the Three Gossips. I just want to read what's on these signs. Okay, this is pretty neat. It tells you what the landmarks are. I see the Three Gossips, which are those ladies right there, and the sheetrock. Next to that is the Tower of Babel and the organ. Okay, I see the Tower of Babel and the organ. Let's see what this big one is. It is big. And Balance Rock, that's way out there. And Elephant Butt. Okay, let's find Balance Rock. Okay, I see Balance Rock. Balance Rock is the one where the rock is balanced. Elephant Butt. Don't get that one. No, that's Elephant Butt. And then North and South windows. Okay, you got the Courthouse Wash Canyons. Yeah, that's that canyon right there. And Colorado River Canyon is further back. You really can't see that. And LaSalle Mountains. You can definitely see LaSalle Mountains. And then you got the Moab Valley. Cool. All of these can be viewed from the LaSalle Mountain viewpoint. So I'm there, and I'm just kind of walking through, and I'm not really in the park that far, and I'm just completely impressed with everything that I'm seeing. And it was a beautiful day. You know, the sun, it was kind of cloudy, but it was kind of cool, but it was crisp, and it was a beautiful road, and it was so clear you could see so far ahead of you. Yeah, it was really great. And so I left the LaSalle Mountain Viewpoint, and I went to the Petrified Dunes, and that gave me a chance to actually look at all of these rock formations a little bit closer. Okay, so those three are my favorite. They call those the Three Gossips. Look at them. just gossiping. Sounds about right. They're saying from the left side to the top, from the left side on the top to the right side on the top, there used to be an arch, and that little curved thing in the bottom was the support. Possibly is what they're saying was going on. Okay, so I'm a little confused. I'm looking at this rock, and I thought that this was the three gossips, but when I go over here, is that three gossips or four gossips? So are there 7 gossips in this park total? It's a lot of gossiping going on in this park. Okay, maybe it's me, but does that not look like Georgian architecture? Some type of courthouse or White House, or even looks like Thomas Jefferson's old home, Monticello, one of those. But it does. Maybe it's just me. What do you think? Okay, this is for my history buffs. John Borglum carved Mount Rushmore. This was his first attempt to carve those presidents. However, on this attempt, he was high on mushrooms. So I went to the Petrified Dunes, and I enjoyed that. And then I went further up, and the next stop was the actual Balance Rock. Balance Rock. Well, some people see art. I see an accident waiting to happen. Balance Rock is a very, very interesting rock formation. It looks like I don't even know how the rock stays up there. I mean, it looks like it's about to fall. And I sat there for a little while and just kind of enjoyed the physics, enjoyed the, just how it looked. And, it just really looked like it shouldn't be balanced in the way it is. So it was really cool to see. And there was a crow there. And I think the crow was kind of harassing all of the people who were there, was just kind of looking at them like, why are you guys here? And you're messing with my trails. Why are you here? This is my rock, and you guys are here intruding. I mean, this crow was really it had its own personality, and people were looking up at it, and he would look at you and crow at you, and it was just interesting. That crow was really interesting. So I had some fun with him. What's up, bird? I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing. You're just sitting there waiting. You're waiting for the excitement. You are waiting for this rock to fall on top of somebody's head. We have an audience of birds in the left corner. Yeah, I know. I'm doing it. In the left corner, you have Balancing Rock. So what, is the fight over already? Who won? So once I left Balance Rock, I went north a little bit, and then I turned east towards this route that takes you to Torrent Arch, which is another arch, and there's a trail to get there. But you also had Elephant Butte and the Garden of Eden and the Porthole Arch. And I had a chance to kind of stop and just take in all of those arches as well. It's called the Window. These are called the double arches. It was just really beautiful. The colors were amazing. The sun. It was just really amazing. I really am starting to enjoy these national parks, and I understand why they are for everyone and not privately owned, because there's so much to see, and there's so much that should be enjoyed by everyone. And it's just really great to see that we have these national park systems that will preserve these these formations and preserves these paths and these trails to allow us to see them. And then everyone enjoyed them. It was really great. You start to get an idea of how big this park really is. It's a huge park. I mean, it's just an amazing, amazing park. I don't know how many acres it is, but it's just, I mean, I know it's probably 30 miles of road within that one park. So did that, and my next stop was the Arches National Park has this namesake. The Delicate Arch is the arch whenever you think of Arches National Parks and they have a video of Arches National Parks or a photograph of Arches National Parks, the Delicate Arch is usually the arch that they show in all of the media and all of the posters and magnets and things. So I wanted to go take a look at it. Drove east to this arch. In order to view the Delicate Arch, you have 3 viewpoints. You can actually go to the arch and walk up to the arch and take pictures of it, or you could take the lower level Delicate Arch route, which is, it takes you a lower level. It's you don't actually get to the arch, but you can actually see the arch from this viewpoint. And then you have the upper level Delicate Arch viewpoint, which is basically the lower level plus a hike. I saw the arch from 2 different vantage points, from the lower and the upper. And this trail, it's no easy trail. So we'll see what this thing looks like. And like I always say, I hope it's worth it. So yeah, they gave me the option on a hike to see the namesake arch, which is, I don't know if you can see it here, but it's a little bitty thing right there. Well, I have a view of it. So I'm at the end of the trail. This was a half a mile trail, or I could have taken the 3 mile trail. They said they're both kind of strenuous, but I think the one that's 3 miles, the grade is a little, the slope is a little smaller as opposed to this one, as like that, to get you to the viewpoint. So yeah, I think I messed up by not doing the 3 mile. So actually I have to go back down this trail at a 45-degree angle as opposed to them going down at a little shorter angle. But they're 3 miles and I'm a half a mile. So, and they did get this beautiful sunset too, so I got that in there. Really amazing arch. The lower level to the upper level viewpoint was a whole lot more strenuous than, say, the 3 mile arch one way, because you had to go up a steep incline to get to the upper level. So, but yeah, I kind of messed up, and I wish I had done the just a straight tour to the arch. It probably would have taken me less time as well. So live and learn. So I came back down, and by that time it started getting darker, and I viewed the sunset. I got a good chance to view the sunset, and that was really amazing. But by the time I got back to my car, it started getting dark, and I couldn't really see the rest of the park. So I drove from the Delicate Arch back to my campsite, which is north of there. It's called the Devil's Garden Campground, and I told you guys about that earlier because I originally went to the park early that morning to get a campsite, and then I left the park, and then I came back to the park, and that's when I enjoyed all of the time there, going through all of the sites. But I didn't get a chance to see everything because I kind of got caught in the sunset and it got dark. So when I got to the campsite, and I explained to you guys earlier how you have to get a campsite, you have to register for it. You have to basically put your ticket on a pole in order to claim your campsite. Well, I did that, and I left early that morning and got a chance to go outside the park. When I got back to the park, got back to my campsite, someone was actually parked in my campsite. So I had to get out, make sure my ticket was still on my pole, because a lot of times, from what I'm told, people will actually remove your ticket. So I had to make sure my ticket was still there, and it was. So I went to the campers, and I told them, listen, this is my campsite, and they were very nice about it, because I think they understand how this works also. And a lot of times there'll be people who reserve campsites and don't ever come back. So I think that's what they thought I did, but fortunately for them, I came back, and they had to move. So they actually, I think they did find another place to park, and I don't think it was an official campsite in the park. It wasn't that far from where I actually had an official site, but I think they were lucky in the fact that no one actually stopped them that night and told them to move, because the next morning they were still there, and that was good. That worked out for them. I'm glad that worked out for them. But I needed to park in my spot because I didn't want to go try to figure out what I was going to do after that. So I parked and I camped and I got some food and enjoyed the evening. And I woke up the next morning, and it was very cold, and I could see snow in the air. Snowflakes, and I think around 10 o'clock it really started snowing. And at that point I'm thinking, okay, there's no way I'm getting down this hill, because it's probably got 2 or 3 inches of snow on the ground now. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get down this hill. And I wanted to go to the Canyonlands National Park. That was the plan for this day, and I decided, well, I'm just going to stay put. It's not I'm not going to kill myself trying to go down the hill. Hey, good morning, guys. I am in Arches National Park, and I've run into a little bit of snow. It looks like we got a little snow happening. A couple things I'm gonna have to do. I'm up high in the mountains, so I don't think I'm gonna go down today. I was planning on going to Canyonlands National Park, but I decided I'm just gonna stick around, hang out today, enjoy the snow. There are other campers out here. Maybe I'll get a chance to meet some of them. And, just enjoy the day. A lot of people would be freaking out right about now, because it's like, oh, we got plans. We got to go here. We got to go there. Well, I guess I'm in a situation where I don't necessarily have to go anywhere. I've already paid for the nights that I'm going to stay here. So I'm good. Let's go have some fun in the snow. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, another day. How about yourself?
Good.
Got a quick question.
Yeah.
Hey, do you come here often or no? Or
I don't come here. It's actually the first time here, actually.
Okay. Yeah, same. I'm looking for a trail I could walk to, but
Oh, you didn't get a map?
I have a map. I just don't know if it's worth it.
Well, you don't necessarily have to have a trail. You can actually walk through, walk through the campsite.
I might just get dressed and just send it then.
Yeah.
Seems like the easiest option.
Hey guys, it's a snow day outside, so I decided to just kind of do a little hiking in the snow and then come back and warm up, and then hike a little bit and come back and warm up. The original plan was to drive to Canyonlands. I'm in Arches National Park now, but the plan was to go to Canyonlands, stay for the day and come back, but I'm not. I'm going to stick around. From this morning, usually in the mornings I take my insulations off the windows, but you see I still have them on all my doors and on the windows. I don't have it on this window or the back windows because I really wanted to enjoy the view. I also keep a heater. It's going. Right now I have the motor running only because I need to get a little bit of heat, plus I needed to make sure that the diesel is working and there's no issues with it in the cold. That's pretty much it. I'll probably get something to eat. I've got food, get some snacks. So I'm gonna just kind of hang out, and this is pretty much why I came on this trip, just to get away from a lot, get away from it all, the work and all of that, and just kind of find a place where I can just kind of just sit my butt down and not do anything. I have limited cell service, so that's, in this situation, that's a good thing. So I'm just gonna enjoy it, and I'll let you guys know how it turns out. Yeah, that's pretty much all you're going to see from me. It is cold out here, and my eyes are all you're going to get today. Good morning from Arches National Park. Looks like we've got snow. And today, for me, is going to be a snow day. I'm just going to chill here, just stay put for a while. I don't know. The roads are still passable. They haven't said that they're not. But either way, I'm just going to stay put and enjoy the snow. And enjoy the day here at Arches. Planned on going to Canyonlands National Park just for a little while, and then come back here anyway. So I'm gonna just kind of hang out here. and hike. As you see, there's plenty to go see, and that's what I'm gonna go do. Just kind of hang around. Hope I don't catch any wild animals in my path. I don't want to hurt anything, you know. Yeah, I'm strapped right now, so it's all good. Visibility is not great, but it is still beautiful. It's just still a beautiful park. The crazy thing was around 4 o'clock, completely stopped snowing. Now they had snow all over the place, and there's snow 2-3 inches of snow on the ground, but it stopped snowing. So I decided to go out to the Canyonlands and drove down the hill, and it wasn't really a lot of snow on the hill, on the road, but it was definitely a lot of snow. It just wasn't on the road, and I think maybe they cleared the snow that afternoon. But maybe around 4:30, 5ish, I got on the road and I drove to Canyonland. This is the Lone Mesa Viewpoint. We're between Arches National Park and Canyonlands National Park. It's a state park called Kings Mountain where we're pretty much here. Beautiful, beautiful scenic route to Canyonland, and it's amazing that you have these two parks so close to each other, because it was just, I could have parked in Canyonlands, I could have stayed there, but I decided to stay at Arches, and so I got to Canyonland, and it was a little bit more snow on the ground, actually inside the park. I don't think that they did any maintenance on the road, so I was slipping and sliding on those roads, and I was a little worried about that. Of course, we're up high, but it's almost like it was level between Arches and Canyonland, but everywhere else, you'd have to go down the hill. Hey guys, I made it to Canyonlands National Park, and this is a view from the island in the sky. So obviously we're on one of those high, one of those things, but we have access to it. So I'm assuming if I just walk off this cliff, then I'm gonna go straight down, just like it does on those. But I made it to Canyonlands National Park, and let me tell you, it's snowing, and the roads are not great. So I have to be very careful when I'm driving here, and I have to be very careful when I'm driving back. So there you have it, Canyonlands National Park. So I mean, it was just, you know, really interesting to see. But it was a beautiful, beautiful park, and I stayed there for probably 2 hours, just, you know, just driving and stopping and going to the visitor center and checking out some of the curves and the cliffs, and, you know, just, you know, standing over them and doing the little hiking. And it was really, really cool, and it was a nice day trip. And I will say that I wasn't gonna spend the night there. My plan was to get back to Arches, since I already had a campsite there, and that's pretty much what I did. I drove from Canyonlands, enjoyed that, and stopped a couple places along the way. Saw some, you know, cows crossing the road, and, you know, all of that kind of stuff, and you know, stopped at a couple of little overlooks that they have there, and then I got back on the road and finally made it back to Arches, and it was a really, really cool day. I mean, it wasn't a lot of drama, wasn't a lot of, you know, sightseeing, not a lot of hiking. It was just a nice, casual, comfortable, calming day, and I really, really needed that, and I actually enjoyed it. And so that was pretty much what I did that whole day. I got up the next morning, and it was, you know, time that, you know, I spent enough time in Arches, got a chance to see everything that I could see, but it was time for me to go. And I'm going to stop the video here, and but what I wanted to talk about was the trip from Arches to, I was going to Bryce Canyon, I believe, and I will talk about that on my next video. Again, if you like these videos, or if you enjoy what I'm doing, please like and subscribe down in the button below.